I mean, we can get into that you can get as granular about that as you want. I think you have to give the audience pleasure. And giving the audience pleasure means constantly changing expectations. So you set up an expectation, and then you have an A, B, A, and you think you're going to go back to B, but then you go to C, right? Or Mike Nichols once said the hero of a story is the character with the most jokes, right? So you have one dramaturgical principle is just to have characters vying on stage for who's going to be funnier. Like in many ways, many of the scenes are written that way. How many jokes can a character get in? So wit becomes an important part of that. And pace and speed. I think that increasingly, because of the technology, our capacity for concentrating is diminished. And so if you can move the play quickly,
which Junk does,
right,
moves real fast,
then you can stay at the pace that the audience is now at. Because I think that traditionally in the theater, I mean, I find going to the theater often very boring. And I think a lot of people find that, in part because it's happening at a slower pace. It's happening at a pace that I think we don't really function at anymore. So all of those sort of technical craft-like jokes, pace, changing expectation, that's all the craft of how you put it together. Now, from a larger story point of view, what I did was I took a deal and I put the deal on stage. Every part of the deal, accountants, lawyers, arbitrage guys, management, legal for management, investment banking, all of that. And it's a very simple structure in a way. It's like it begins at the beginning of the deal and it ends toward the end of the deal, and then you have the aftermath of the deal. So the audience, even though they don't know that that's the structure, they feel, oh, I get it. This thing started, this guy wants that. Oh, he's being stopped by this other guy who's lying to him about this, and oh, how are they going to figure that out? Great. That's how they're going to get, oh, they didn't get it. Oh, no, maybe now they will get it. It's just it's a simple structure. So on top of that is the complex financial machination, right? But underneath it is all very simple stuff.
For instance, junk bonds, right? Which are essentially is debt in many ways, right? But at the same time, I finished watching the play and I didn't even still know exactly what a junk bond was, but I didn't give a shit. I was kind of like,
I didn't want to explain it.
Did you ever have a scene where you explained it?
Yeah, I did. I had a monologue, and it was mind-numbing,
right.
And it's like at a certain point I realized it doesn't matter. The play is just about a lot of junk. It doesn't matter that it's about junk bonds. Everything on stage is junk. Wow. And let's leave it at that. Let's not have people walking away thinking, oh, I guess junk bonds are high-yield debt, which you pay on a quarter. It's like, it doesn't matter. That's not the premise of the surmise of the story. Though I know some people have complained. They're like, I thought at least I would get a definition of junk bonds, and I didn't even get that. So
I think that's ridiculous. What do you care? That's ridiculous.